You are looking at the inside of the Food Principles Lab on the campus of UGA, home to America's favorite dietitian. That would be a one, the only, Dr. Tracey Brigman. Good to see you again, Tracey. Was that too much of an intro for you?
No, not at all.
I knew you'd like it. So, no, actually, yes, good to see you again. And today our focus is going to be everybody's favorite, green beans.
Yeah, absolutely. So green beans are always, they're so versatile. You can use them as a side dish, part of your main dish, salad, soups. So we're going to start out with garlicky green beans with crispy onions. It's kind of a deconstructed green bean casserole without all that cream soup. So I started out, I prepared my crispy onions ahead of time. This is one onion that I sliced very thin into half moon shapes, and I mixed them up with a 1/4 cup of flour and a teaspoon of salt, and I shallow fried them in canola oil, about 2 inches of canola oil, and that's till they crisp up, and I'm draining them on a paper towel. I'm gonna put those off to the side because that's gonna be my topping.
Okay.
So now we'll make the garlicky green beans. In my skillet over here, I have 3 tablespoons of butter that I melted over medium heat. I want to add 3 cloves of garlic that I minced. And just give that a little stir. You can hear them kind of sizzle a little bit. After that, this is 1 pound of green beans that I washed and trimmed. Okay. So we're going to add that to the pan.
There for you. Oh.
And just give that a little stir so that they get covered with the butter and garlic. And then this is a 1/2 cup of low sodium chicken broth. I chose low sodium. You can always add salt, plus the butter has salt in it. So we're gonna go ahead and pour that in. Give a little bit of liquid for them to cook in. And then a dash of pepper. I'm gonna put the lid on this, keep it at medium heat, and I'm gonna cook it for about 5 to 7 minutes till they're as tender as you like. Some people like them more tender than others, so anywhere between 5 and 7 minutes. So we're going to top it off with, that's a cup of sharp cheddar cheese that is grated. You can choose medium or mild. I like sharp.
Stir.
You can stir it in. We're gonna pop the lid back on and put it back on the heat just till the cheese is melted. Once that's melted, I can plate it and put my crispy onions on it, and we have our garlicky green beans with crispy onions.
Moving on, time to break out the gloves if you have them at home.
That's right. You don't have to use gloves. I like using them when I'm mixing chicken. So we're gonna do a super simple, I love sheet pan dinners. So this is a Greek sheet pan dinner with green beans and chicken.
Okay.
So we're gonna start out with our oven preheating to 450, and then we're gonna mix our chicken together. So this is 2 pounds of chicken breasts that are cut into 4 or 5 even strips. You can buy already cut chicken tenders if you want to save time, but they are more expensive than if you cut it yourself. So that's 2 pounds. To that, we are going to add the juice from 1 lemon. So that's about 2 to 3 tablespoons. And then a teaspoon of black pepper, a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of smoked paprika, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and this is 4 cloves of garlic that I minced. Once you have all those ingredients in, you're gonna mix it together so that the chicken is well coated. Then we're gonna put that to the side and start working on the green beans.
New set of gloves. Don't want to use the old one.
Absolutely, new set of gloves. The other ones are in the trash. So now we're gonna put the vegetables together, which is gonna feature green beans. So this is a pound of green beans that I washed and cut the tips off of. We're gonna add to that 1 large onion that I chopped. Chopped is not a specific size, just kind of about the same size. This is a pound of baby potatoes that I washed. I have a 14.5 ounce can of petite diced tomatoes that we're gonna add. This is the juice from 1/2 a lemon. This is 1.5 teaspoons of dried oregano. I couldn't find any fresh. If I were to use fresh, it would be 2 tablespoons fresh, but I had to use dried. This is 2 tablespoons of fresh parsley, and then I also have some parsley to put on top for later. A teaspoon of pepper, a teaspoon of salt, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And we're gonna mix that together like we did with the chicken. So once it's well combined, we're gonna pour this vegetable mixture onto a 12 by 17 or as close to that as possible sheet pan. I like lining it with parchment paper for ease of cleaning. You certainly don't have to. You want to spread that as flat as possible so that it'll cook evenly. And then I'm going to put my glove on here because we're going to lay the chicken on top of that. So now we're going to top it before we put it in the oven. Here I have 1 lemon that I washed and sliced, and then this is 4 cloves of garlic that I sliced thinly, and this is about 15 kalamata olives, and we're just going to distribute those on this sheet pan. Once we have everything on it, I'm going to put this in the oven that I preheated to 450 degrees for about 20 minutes. Once that 20 minutes is up, I'm going to remove it from the oven and crumble 4 ounces of feta cheese on it. Put it back in the oven for about 5 minutes until the chicken reaches an internal temperature of 165 degrees. So it might take a little bit longer. And then I'm going to garnish with parsley. And you will have a finished product that looks like this. And there is your simple Greek sheet pan dinner with green beans and chicken.
Not just one simple recipe, but 2 recipes you can find by logging on to farm-monitor.com, clicking on the recipe section, and checking everything out. And again, these are so simple to make. Like I tell everybody, if I can do it, you can do it at home as well. Tracey,
Yes.
Thank you so much. As always, good to see you again. Good to see you as well. And we will check you out again. Hope you check us out next month.